Hello students, after completing the meaning of correlation, linear correlation, correlation coefficient, types of correlation, properties of correlation coefficient, and one of the three methods, Karl-Pearson's product moment method, where long sums as well as short sums and objectives we have gone through in the previous three videos. In this video, we are going to learn scatter diagram method. Scatter diagram method. This is a simple method of diagrammatic representation of two variables to find the nature of correlation. It is most widely used to determine the nature of correlation. And when I say nature, it means whether the correlation is negative or positive. It also gives some extent about the strength of correlation between two variables. Now let us see how we draw the graph. Suppose x1, y1, x2, y2, that is up to some n values xn, yn are ordered pairs of n values of two variables x and y. Then taking variable x on x-axis and variable y on y-axis with proper scale, points are plotted on the graph, and the graph showing the points plotted corresponding to the pairs of x and y is called scatter diagram. The pattern of points on scatter diagram shows the nature or type of correlation. To certain extent, we also can determine the strength of correlation. Let us see how the nature and strength of correlation between two variables can be determined by using scatter diagram. We have 5 diagrams: perfect positive correlation, perfect negative correlation, partial positive correlation, partial negative correlation, and lack of linear correlation. Now we are going to see these 5 diagrams and how they help us to decide the nature and to certain extent even the strength of correlation between two variables. The very first one, perfect positive correlation. We can see here that all the points are on one line, and this line is moving from lower left to upper right direction. This shows the positive correlation. But now I am going to say perfect positive correlation because all points are on one line. Now when is such diagram obtained? Such diagram is obtained when the changes in values of two variables are in same direction and in constant proportion. Means if value of one variable increase, the value of other variable also increases. If value of one variable decreases, then value of other variable also decreases. Second thing, in constant proportion. Second one, perfect negative correlation. See the diagram. Here also all the points lie on one line, but Here the line is moving from upward left to lower right. Then it shows perfect negative correlation between two variables x and y. Such diagram is obtained when the values of two variables are in opposite direction and in constant proportion. The third diagram, partial positive correlation. Here you can see few points are lying around the line. Again here this line is moving in upward direction. So when all points of scatter diagram are not on one line but lie around the line moving in upward direction from left to right, it indicates partial positive correlation. Change in the values of two variables are in same direction. If value of one variable increases, the value of other variable also increases. If value of one variable decreases, then value of other variable also decreases, but not in same proportion. Next one, partial negative correlation. Here also all the points of scatter diagram are not on one line but lie around some line which is going in downward direction from left to right. It indicates partial negative correlation. So when the changes in the values of two variables are in opposite direction and not in same proportion, we get partial negative correlation. Here as a note, a point you have to remember that if points are near to line, it indicates high degree of correlation. And if points are widely spread around the line, it indicates low degree of correlation. And the last one, lack of linear correlation. We can see in the diagram, the points are randomly scattered. When the points are randomly scattered without forming any specific pattern, we call it as lack of linear correlation. It means there is lack of linear correlation between two related variables, but there may exist any other type of relation between two variables x and y. These were the 5 diagrams which helps us to know the nature and to certain extent the strength of correlation between two variables. Merits of scatter diagram. Very simple method to know the nature of correlation. Second, less mathematical knowledge is required. You simply require the knowledge of plotting the points on graph. Third, it gives some idea about strength of correlation between two variables. Fourth, the scatteredness of the points suggests whether the correlation is linear or not. And the last, there is no difficulty in judging the nature of correlation even if some pairs of extreme observations are present in the data. Limitations of scatter diagram. This method gives nature of correlation and to some extent strength of correlation, but it does not give exact degree of relationship between two variables. So here we have seen the theory portion of scatter diagram. Let us take one example also. Textbook illustration 1. Here the information regarding taxable income in 1000 rupees as variable X and income tax in 1000 rupees variable Y is given, and on the basis of that information you have to plot the graph and discuss about the correlation. Now if you see, for variable X, 100 is the highest value. So you have to take an appropriate scale. For x-axis, 1 centimeter equals to 20,000 rupees. Same way variable Y, the highest value is 20, that is in 1000. So for variable Y, we take 1 centimeter equals to 4,000 rupees. Now taking variable X on x-axis, variable Y on y-axis. The corresponding points for X and Y are plotted on the graph, and these points are joined with the help of a straight line. We can see that all the points lie on one straight line, and this line is moving from lower left to upper right, which indicates perfect positive correlation. So with the help of this illustration, we have studied that how the scatter diagram helps to know the nature and extent of correlation between two variables. Today I am going to share few theory questions which we have already done. But as such, if you get these theory questions, you are able to study them properly, learn them properly. Whatever we have discussed in the earlier videos, the same theory I am giving to you. What is bivariate data? What is bivariate distribution? State the reasons for simultaneous changes in the values of two variables. Give example of independent variable. Give example of direct indirect cause effect relationship. Give the meaning of correlation. What is linear correlation, or when the exact relationship exists in natural science like mathematics and physics. Example is given about that. Types of correlation. What is positive and negative? Illustration of positive correlation. Illustrations of negative correlation. Definition of correlation coefficient. Then who gave the measure of correlation coefficient for the first time? Methods of studying correlation. Then explanation of scatter diagram method. Limitation of scatter diagram method. Assumptions of Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient. Interval of correlation coefficient. Interpretation R1, -1 and 0. So students, these theory questions you are going to write down as well as learn also. Again I repeat, maybe a sum for 3 marks to draw scatter diagram can be asked, or in a form of theory as an objective for 1, 2 or 3 marks can be asked from this topic scatter diagram. So two methods, Karl-Pearson's and scatter diagram, we have completed. We shall proceed in the next video for the third method, that is Spearman's rank correlation method.